Hey there. You know what? I just emptied the trash on this tablet, and it still says I've only got 25 minutes to record, so y'all are lucky. You don't have to hear me ramble for too long. I hope everybody's doing good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm like extremely tired today, y'all. I am. I made my ASMR video last night. It was with that doll head, the new one that I got. I really enjoyed that so much. But I was up late, as I usually am when it comes to making those videos. And then woke up really early this morning, couldn't get back to sleep again. And so now I'm just like really tired. But, I mean, it was a decent day. Luckily, my tortillas came, the Mission brand ones, and I give it a big thumbs up. I thought, okay, I know I've been making the burritos lately, but considering that every single one, sorry for the traffic, y'all, it's just how it is. And the gate will be coming soon, probably, and probably lightning. Anyway, with all the disastrous nightmares of the first batch of tortillas that I bought, I never felt satisfied. I never felt like I actually had a burrito because I didn't. So since I knew those were out for delivery today, I went ahead and bought some stuff to make more. And I was so happy. I was just so happy when I went to go make it. And it actually was a burrito. It actually was an actual burrito. It was wonderful. So I was very happy. I didn't make as big of a batch this time as I did the first time, because the first time I thought, well, I can heat these over a few days, which I kind of did, but not really, since the tortillas were all rubber and whatever else. It was like plaster or Paris or something, I don't know. But anyway, I made a smaller batch, so I won't be having as many, and the ones that I got 8-inch tortillas, so they're kind of small. I mean, it's like once you wrap it up, it's, the burrito is only like this big. It's not that big. So anyway, but I was very pleased that they turned out okay. And my desk that I ordered is on its way. Excuse me. It just wouldn't be a video if I didn't clear my throat. You know how it is. So yeah, my desk is on its way, which I hope it's going to turn out to be better than the one I've got. I really do, because I need one that's not going to fall apart and all of that. So I'm crossing my fingers. So we'll see how that goes. But other than that, my day was mostly spent just doing dishes and doing some little things here and there, going on my usual errands. It was gorgeous today, though. It was a beautiful day, and I kind of wish I had ridden my bike a little bit more, but I didn't. I only rode it for a little bit, mainly because when I did go out, it was before the deliveries, and after my last experience of being all the way in the far end of town when they called and said, hey, we're delivering your package. After that nightmare, I thought, I'm not going to go very far so that I'll be right close to home if they call and say they're delivering. But luckily, I didn't have much to get when I was out, so I had to get my milk. It's like I was saying last night, I'm a milkaholic. Gotta have my milk, man. Not my milk man, but my milk man. Anyway. Y'all, I'm giddy. I'm a little tired, like I said, so if I sound like an idiot, well, that's kind of normal. So, I don't know. Oh, my Lord. But anyway, yeah, it was not that much of an eventful day. There wasn't a whole lot going on. The angry cows, the Jurassic Park cows, they're back in action again. I've been hearing them all day. So if you're somebody that's been around for a while and you've watched prior videos when I used to talk about the feeling like I lived in Jurassic Park, yeah, those cows were out there making those weird, creepy sounds again. The only thing I can figure is it must be like mating calls or something. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to, they're frustrated and they're trying to find a mate or something, because they sound angry. And it's an eerie sound. So, and I do have a video somewhere where I actually finally captured the sound that they make, because it's just bizarre. I mean, first time I ever heard it, I was like, I feel like I'm in Jurassic Park. It's very weird. Oh, gosh. But yeah, there's just not much, excuse me, not much really going on. I was considering taking little Poppy to the vet. Y'all, I don't need any more stress when it comes to these cats. I really don't. I went through enough when I was going through the biscuit ordeal and all of that. And last night, I was looking at Poppy and I was like, why does it look like his neck is swollen on one side? So I went down and I started rubbing him on his neck, and sure as a whirl, he's got like a lump. And I don't know if it's a gland that's swollen, but what I'm thinking it is when I've seen him and Oscar wrestling with each other, they both bite on each other's necks and stuff like that. And I've seen Oscar like biting on that part of his neck. And I'm just wondering if he like bit a little too hard or something. I don't see teeth marks or anything, but I'm wondering if he bit a little too hard and it made it swell. So I've been watching it. I was going to take him today, but I thought, well, let me just see, because he's been acting normal. He hasn't acted like it's hurting him or anything. And I can rub on it and he doesn't even seem affected by it. But I don't know. It seemed like it had gone down a little bit today. Like it wasn't quite as big as it was last night. So I thought, well, let me just give it a day and see. As long as he's acting normal and eating and drinking and, all that stuff, and he doesn't seem to be in pain, I thought, let me just give it another day and see what happens. Hopefully that's all it is, that they just got a little rough with each other and it's, just some swelling that's going to go down. Because, man, I'm telling you, I don't need no more stress when it comes to the animals. I really don't. And then I feel guilty about Lightning, because last night it was rainy and it was kind of chilly outside. And I let him in for a while and had Poppy in the tent. But then after a while had passed, Poppy started crying and wanting out. And so then I was like, oh, God, he's either going to sit in there and cry and cry and cry, and I'm never going to get any sleep, or I'm going to have to let him out and let Lightning back out. And it's not like Lightning's got to go out in the rain, because he has a couple of places up on my patio out here that's covered that he can sleep. And he's got pillows out there, and I even got like a big towel, a big fluffy towel, and laid it out there on the chair so that he could sleep out there. There goes the gate. Okay. Hopefully it's done. Of course, the scooter. Tell me I don't know what's going to happen next. Yep, I know how it is. It's every day, so I know what's going to happen. Anyway, I wish I could know what's going to happen with other stuff sometimes. But then again, I don't know. Anyway, y'all, my brain is fried. Excuse me. All right, pardon me one second. I'm sorry. Okay, I think I'm done. Oh, God. I'm thirsty. I am. I'm really thirsty, and my throat is really dry. And I do this every night. And I know that I should probably fix myself a glass of water or something before I start making my video. But I never think to do it. And I'm actually sitting here trying to stay awake. I thought, if I don't make my video now, I'm liable to fall asleep and not get it made. excuse me, which would not make me very happy because I've made a video every single day since I started this channel, and I'd really like to keep that up if at all possible. But I put on KO ASMR. I love her. I love her. I love her videos. She has just, it's so relaxing. And I knew I shouldn't have put it on because I was already tired. So I put on this video, and it is like sleep inducing for real. It is like so, I'm just ready to fall asleep. But it's too early. It's only like 7 something. Oh God, y'all. I hate it when it's like this, when I'm this sleepy this early, because I know if I go to bed this early, I'm going to wake up at like 2 or 3 in the morning and be wide awake and not get back to sleep. And I really don't want to do that. So what happens is I force myself to stay awake until at least like 9. I try to at least stay up until 9, if not a little bit later than that. Because generally I wake up after 6 hours. So, you know, we're still looking at like 3 a.m. But maybe a little later since I'm really tired. But the problem is that whenever I do that, sorry, I end up getting a second wind, and then I'm wide awake and end up staying up really late again. So I can't seem to find a happy medium. Oh, I know what I was going to say about today. Today was one of those days where everything I did was a disaster. I know other people have had days like this. It's not just me, because I've heard people talk about things like this for as long as I can remember. Where you just have one of those days where no matter what you do, it goes wrong. I swear. One thing I did was I managed to burn my finger. I was making my iced coffee, and I have the pot of like boiling water that I pour into my glass to stir up all the stuff, the coffee and the sugar and the cream and all that stuff, that I mix it all up before pouring it over ice. So what do? And I've been making iced coffees every day for like 13 years or more than that. More than that. For 15, 16 years I've probably been making iced coffees practically every day, or having one at least. But anyway, point is, I make them all the dang time. And for some reason today, I decided as I was pouring the boiling water to pour it right on my finger. And so it got, the boiling water went up under my fingernail and all on my fingertip. And oh my God. I had to walk around with my finger on ice for several hours. I could not take my finger off of, like, I've got this frozen thing in the freezer that I use sometimes when I go out on bike rides when it's really, really hot. I freeze it. It's like a cooling towel that you can use in hot weather. So what I do is I've just got it frozen in there, because usually whenever I use it, it's so hot outside that it doesn't stay frozen, but for literally just a few minutes, and it thaws out already. Well, I got that thing out and just walked around with that, holding on to it with my finger on that thing, because I was just like burning so bad. And then I went to go make my burrito stuff, and I had my little thing of the natural yogurt that I have to use as a substitution for sour cream. The little container was already open because I'd already used some. And somehow I managed to pull out something out of the refrigerator along with that, and it just went whoosh, everywhere. I had that dang yogurt poured. It was all in the refrigerator, all on the floor. I was just like, are you serious? And those are just a couple examples of the disasters that I managed to have today. And I can't remember now. There was like, it seemed like every time I turned around, I was doing something. Messing something up, spilling something. Just Oh yeah, I was feeling the cat's water thing. I've got a water dispenser, so I've got like this jug thing that you fill with water and you turn it upside down and the water comes out. Well, I was feeling that thing and somehow managed to just miss the hole altogether. I was using a pitcher to fill it with, and somehow just managed to just pour all down the side and all down the counter and on the floor and everything else. I was like, it's like, what in the world? The planets must be out of alignment or something. I don't know. I don't know if we're in Mercury retrograde. I'm not sure, or if it's just me, but it was just one thing after another today, and I just thought, you know, I'll be glad when this day is done and I can just go to bed and hope that when I get up tomorrow, things are going to go a little more smoothly, because it was just insanity today. Everything I did. Oh well. But luckily I made it through the day and I'm still here. So I'm thankful for that. And I got all my dishes done and everything. And at the moment the cats are sleeping, so it's nice and peaceful. And I guarantee as soon as I go to lay down to go to sleep tonight, that's when the Zooms will come. And all of a sudden I'll hear Poppy just bouncing off the walls or running through the cat tunnel. And I think I'm going to have to get a new cat tunnel. I haven't even had this one that long, and they've already managed to tear the dang thing up. And I saw when it happened. It was Lightning and Oscar. Because Lightning is huge. And Oscar's pretty darn big too, actually. I mean, he's a little bit smaller than Lightning is, but Lightning is just massive. He's a beast. And I saw him, Oscar had gone into the tunnel and was like hiding in there, you know, so that Lightning would come after him and stuff. And Lightning did. I saw him as he took a flying leap and landed right on top of the thing. And right when he did, his body hit that fabric stuff and just ripped it. That's one of those things that I wish I'd have gotten on film. You know, if I could have gotten that on film, it'd probably get a lot of views or something. Because it was just, the image, I could still see the image in my mind. This flying cat, rip. God. Oh, Lord. And Poppy has gotten into this habit now of taking flying leaps or something. And I don't know, because I've never seen it when it's actually happened. So I don't know if he's taking flying leaps from the cat tree or if he's doing it from that desk that's in there. But he's taking flying leaps on top of his tent. And so every morning that I go in there, and sometimes in the afternoons, sometimes several times a day, I go in there and the whole tent is like crumbled and bunched up and like caved in, because he keeps jumping on top of it. He must think it's like a trampoline or something. I don't know. But that poor tent. And I'm like, Poppy, please don't tear up this tent. It's all I've got right now. I mean, it was kind of, you know, it was a little pricey when I bought it. And, I mean, they're not that expensive, but it was the largest size that they had. I originally bought it for Lightning when he had his eye removed, because I had to keep him, you know, separate and safe and whatever while his eye was healing up and stuff. So I had it for him, but it's all I've got to put Poppy in, like when Lightning comes in, and I have to keep them separated. And, you know, and I may need that too whenever Poppy gets neutered, because he may need to stay in there for a day or two, you know, just to have some healing time or whatever. Because I know he's going to be just like every male cat I've ever had that got neutered. It's like by the time all of their anesthesia stuff wears off, they're just ready to go back to their normal life like nothing ever happened. And they want to run and jump and play and all this stuff, which they don't really need to do that soon after having, you know, the clip done. So I'm just like, please don't tear that up, because I really don't want to have to buy another one. And I'd have to wait for it to be delivered anyway. So it's like, you know, who knows how many days it would take to get here. and I really don't want to spend the money on it right now. So anyway, I know I've actually rambled on for 20 minutes. I'm surprised because I really didn't think I had that much to say. But then again, this is me that I'm talking about. And I've always got something to say, even if it's dumb or boring. I'm still going to talk because I need to talk. And I'm glad y'all listen if you do. So if you're still here listening and you stick around, I appreciate it so much, y'all. I really do. And please leave comments so that I can chat with you and talk with you and stuff. I love that. And I hope that you have a great day. And I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow.